Yo guys, what's going on, and welcome to a new video here on the channel. So as you probably saw from the title, today I'm going to state 3 reasons why I think you might be bad with Lord Vader, or why you might be struggling with him. So without further ado, let's just get straight into it. So guys, what I want to show you first is how Lord Vader performed up against a Jabba the Hutt team when I have modded him for critical damage and health mainly. I'm going to put the battle on auto and we're going to see how it goes, so let's just get straight into it. So as you can see, we're going up against the Jabba with a lot of defense on his datacron, and we also have our datacron with a lot of defense and critical damage. But yeah, that's basically it for now. I'm just going to let the video roll and I'll catch you in a minute. So even though the computer did a lot of misplays, we were able to take down this thick Jabba team in 3 minutes and 20 seconds, and we still have 4 people standing. So basically this is a win for us, and now we're gonna hop on straight over to the next battle. So for the second battle, we're going to do a speed and health set mod on Lord Vader. Basically we have a lot of speed now, a lot of protection and health. We don't have as much critical damage, and we don't have as much offense as the critical damage and health set that we had. But yeah, let's see how it performs with this mod setup. So here we are, we're playing against exact same Jabba team with the exact same datacron for them and for us, and now we put it on auto again and we'll see how it performs, and I'll catch you guys in a minute again. So as we can see, it took us almost 4 minutes and 30 seconds to get everyone down to except Jabba the Hutt. We probably could have won this battle if I just kept on having it on auto, but I decided to just take it away now because I didn't want to knock this guy down. Yeah, that's the battles, and we'll do a little bit more in depth now. So guys, to do a little bit more in depth, this is the speed and health setup I was using right now in the battle, and this is like used by most of the players that have Lord Vader. I don't personally use it because I don't like it, and I'm going to tell you why. But basically it's a lot of health and protection, a lot of speed, not so much critical damage. You can have it on the triangle if you want, but I focus mainly on the protection, and also you have around 10,500 damage which is not that high in my opinion when you have Lord Vader. If you just compare it to the one I use, we can see it right here, and we have it here, and we're just going to do this, and then we can compare it. So as you can see, guys, my health and protection compared to the speed health set is very drastically changed, but it doesn't matter too much to me, because I think Lord Vader is thick enough and he's going to survive no matter what. For the speed, we have 529 compared to 562, which isn't too bad actually. It's not super fast, but it's not super slow. And then here is where it starts to make a real difference. So you can see we have 222% critical damage compared to our 150%. And then here, as you can see, we have 13,665 compared to 10,500, 91 compared to 86, and then we also have 10,000 compared to 7,700. So yeah, this is why I like to have the critical damage and health set on, because as you saw in the first video when I had the critical damage health set versus the Jabba, we were able to get through his team very quickly compared to how the speed and health set mod setup worked. And also the computer might have done some misplays. I didn't take that into account, but it doesn't matter. The critical damage and health set setup got through it quicker, and that's what I want to showcase to you guys, that even though you have a lot of health and protection, it doesn't matter. You need to get the damage out there on the team to get through it, even though the teams are super thick as that Jabba team was. And sometimes you face super thick JMK teams with a lot of defense as well. So I'm thinking I might actually do a battle where I showcase how I would have played with the different mod setups. So we're gonna hop straight into that, and then we're going to keep moving on. So as you can see, we have our critical damage and health set mod on, so we're just going to hop straight into the battle, and then I'm going to do play how I would have played and not the computer, and we'll see how it goes. So as you can see, guys, we got through to Jabba a little bit quicker than we did when the computer played it on auto, which is good. That means that the computer didn't do too many misplays, but yeah, from here on out, now it's just basically games at a match. I think we're going to kill him with our basic right here, so we're just gonna leave it at that, and we're gonna move on to the speed and health set mod setup. So as you can see, guys, now we have our speed and health mod set up, so we're going to go straight into the battle once again against the same Jabba with the same datacron, and for us we also have the same datacron that we have used the whole time. I just want to showcase one more time that it's the same for them and the same for us. So yeah, I'm just going to play my game and I'll catch you guys in a minute. So, as you can see, it took us 3 minutes and 20 seconds, basically the same time as our auto did when we had our critical damage and health mod set up. Basically from here on out we're probably going to win if Jabba don't have anything else to say. Let's see, just so he doesn't get his ultimate out, if we can be that lucky. Yeah, probably we're going to win with full banners. If he doesn't, let's just see if he's able to get through with his ultimate. Unfortunately he was, so yeah, but from here I think we could probably clean this up if we just put it on auto. Yeah, that's it for this. Let's just get straight on over to the next thing. So yeah guys, that's the first reason why you might be bad with Lord Vader, is because you mod him poorly. Of course you can mod him for speed and health, but then I really recommend you guys to get him to at least 12,000 damage if you have him at Relic 9, which I also recommend you get if you have him. Because if you don't have that 12,000 damage, and if you don't have the highest relics on his teammates with Maul, Vader, Piet, and maybe Kylo Ren Unmasked and Royal Guard Thrawn, for example, you want to have them at least to Relic 8 or even Relic 9 to really utilize Lord Vader's ultimate ability, because he draws 70% mastery from all of his teammates, so he can ramp up everything in his kit. And yeah guys, that's the first reason. Now we're going to move on to the second reason why you might be a little bit bad with Lord Vader. So the second reason why I think you might be bad with Lord Vader or struggling with him is because whenever you go into a battle, you just press auto straight away and you let it go from there. Basically when you put it on auto, the Lord Vader team is going to do a lot of misplays, and it's going to use certain abilities when you don't want him to use certain abilities, and that's because, yeah, the computer doesn't know any better. And basically if you just put it on auto up against a Jabba the Hutt team, if you don't have enough damage, as I've mentioned in my recent one with the modding, he's not gonna be able to get through thick teams such as Jabba with, like for this, with a lot of max protection and max health and some defense on. He's not gonna be able to get through it if you just put it on auto. And then I can't tell you guys enough how many times I see this happen when you play when big streamers play, mainly Arnold. You see him go in and throwing him on auto, then complaining that he's not good enough, when in reality he could have just saved a lot of time and energy and being happy just playing with him and totally destroying the team. So that's my reason number 2. Let's just move on to reason number 3. Reason number 3 why you might be bad with Lord Vader is because you look at the whales too much and how they mod. And like, as you can see guys, we have a real whale here with almost 30 million GP. As you can see, his Lord Vader is modded for speed and health with a lot of health and protection, a lot of speed, some critical damage, and 11,000 damage as well, which is quite decent, especially when you have almost every character at Relic 9. But there's when where everything becomes better for him. As I mentioned, if you have all the characters at Relic 9, for example Lord Vader, Piet, Vader, Third Sister, Grand Inquisitor, Thrawn or Maul, or whatever, when you have all of these characters at Relic 9 or Relic 8, then you're going to utilize Lord Vader's ultimate ability even better, because as I've said, it takes 75% mastery from all of his teammates. But let's say you don't have it, how are you going to perform then? As we saw in the videos of the gameplay, I've tested him against Jabba the Hutt, because that was the only one currently in my squad arena that I could test him up against, which was fitted this situation pretty good. Then you don't do enough damage and you can't basically utilize Lord Vader's kit to the maximum. And also guys, if you have everyone at Relic 9 as this guy has, you can also, if you want to, use the critical damage and health mod setup, because I can just imagine having the whole full team at Relic 9 with 13,000 and 13,500 damage. I can just imagine how hard this guy is going to hit. And this guy probably already hits a lot with having all of his teammates at Relic 9. But yeah guys, that's the reason number 3 that you might be listening to the whales because a little bit too much, because they are on a whole different level than the rest of us. Maybe if you just unlock Lord Vader as your first Galactic Legend, or as your second, and you're still in the mid game, starting to get into the end game. Lord Vader, you can use him at a lot of different ways, but I really recommend that you at least try out the critical damage and health mod setup if you use him on offense. If you don't use him on offense, or you use him on defense, or if you just want to use him in another way that rather than I have described in this video, feel free to do so, and please let me know in the comment section down below how you use your Lord Vader, if you think this video was helpful or anything like that. And also guys, if you don't have subscribed, please do so, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.